All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's been such a while since I last uploaded a video lesson. Hopefully, y'all had a fantastic spring break. I know I'm missing every single one of you. Hopefully, at some point, we get to all be together again. So, anywho's, we're looking at Unit 6, Lesson 9, looking for associations, okay? So, looking at this first one, the blue represents people who watch TV, and the yellow represents people who don't watch TV. So, what do you notice? I notice that people who play sport also watch TV, but there's a lot more people who watch TV but don't play sports, as opposed to not playing sports and not watching TV. Similarly, I'll be handing out some cards. Totally. Yup. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm handing out some cards. Yep. So some cards show up bar graphs like this. Okay. So just taking a look at this. If you're between 10 and 12 years old, right? There's about, what is there? About 24 who have a cell phone and like 30 something that don't have a cell phone. Which one makes more sense to you? I mean, both of these represent the same thing. The bottom one is the segmented bar graph. Which one do you like best? The top one or the bottom one? Okay. So the bar graphs and segmented bar graphs have their labels removed. Okay, we can't really do that. I'm sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Hashtag. So building another type of two-way table. So here's a two-way table that shows data about cell phone usage among children aged 10 to 18. Okay? So complete the table in each row. The entries for has cell phone, does not have cell phone, should have the total of 100%. Round to the nearest percentage. So if 42% of 10 to 12-year-olds have a cell phone, how many do not? If you said 58%, you're correct, because 100 minus 42 is equal to 58. And if you add 42 and 58, that's 100. Similarly, if 17% of 16 to 18-year-olds... Wait, just a darn minute. Yes. No. No. Wait, are we doing this right? 25 of 60. That's 5/12. Should be a little bit less. Does not compute. Oh yeah, no, we're doing this good. So if this is 17%, what would this one be? Well, what's 100 minus 17? 83%. Now you might be wondering, well, how the heck do we get the middle ones? Well, let's look at 13 to 15-year-olds. That's this middle column right here. If 10 out of 50 don't have a cell phone, what's 10 over 50 as a decimal? It's 0.2, right? So that would be 20%. And then this would be 80%, okay? The way you calculate these is you take this and divide it by the total amount, 60. So 42 is technically 25 divided by 60. Okay? So two-way tables that show relative frequencies often don't include a total row at the bottom. Why? It's not needed. Is there an association between age and cell phone use? So do you think the older you are, you'll use your phone more? Or do you think the older you are, you'll use your phone less? So let's take a look at this. Here are where some of you fell when you were a 6th grader or 7th grader. Only 42% have a cell phone. But by the time you're in high school, 83% have a phone. So do you think there's an association? The older you are, the more likely you'll have a phone? Yes. The older you are, the more likely you are to have a phone. All now ready for more? A pollster attends a rally and surveys many of the participants about whether they associate with political party A or political party B and whether they are for or against Proposition 3.14. Oh, sorry, that's not how you spell pi, it's pi. Going up for vote soon. The results are sorted into the table below. So this means plus or minus, right? A news station reports the results by saying a poll shows that about the same number of people from both parties are voting against Proposition 3.14. A second news station shows the graphic. So, are any of these news reports misleading? So let's take a look at this. If we look at Party A, 165 over 832 plus 165, that's how many are voting against it. And similarly, 160 divided by 160 plus 80 is for Party B. Now, if you look at this, what does it say? A poll shows that about the same number of people from both parties are voting against Proposition 3.14. Is it true? Right? 165 and 160. It's true. About the same number of people are voting against it. But notice how many people from Party A are actually voting for it. Would you say that's misleading, meaning that the news is lying to you? So definitely the first news station is definitely lying. We're not lying, but just misleading. It's like when I told y'all I didn't know if we were going to come back after that Friday when I already knew. I was misleading you. I was telling you, I don't know, just take your workbook with you, wink wink. The first news station is misleading. A second news station shows the graphic. So, is this misleading? I mean, if you take a look at this, like if you were to take a look at this, what would you say? Oh my God, there's a lot of people in Party A, right? That's it. Create a headline graphic and short description that more accurately represents the data in the table. Oh my God, more people in Party A voted for Proposition 3.14. No way. Huh. So, lesson 9, when we collect data by counting things in various categories like red, blue, or yellow, we call that data categorical data. And we say that the color is a categorical variable. Boring. We can use two-way tables to investigate possible connections between two categorical variables. For example, this two-way table of frequency shows the results of a study of meditation and state of mind of athletes before a track meet. If we're interested in the question of whether there is an association between meditating and being calm, we might present the frequency in a bar graph, grouping data about mediators and grouping data about non-mediators, so we can compare the number of calm and agitated athletes in each group. So notice, if you meditate, you're more likely to be calm. And if you do not meditate, you're going to be agitated. You're going to be like, bruh, why am I losing? So what do I recommend? meditate. Okay? All right. Hopefully y'all had a wonderful break. These videos will continue, and just stay tuned. Subscribe, like to my channel, do your thing, boo boo.